Hi, Ed here from Burton Waters Boat Sales in Lincoln. Well, welcome to another video. Today we're doing something slightly different than our normal sort of walk around videos that we normally do with our stock and brokerage boats we have available. So we're on a Merry Fisher 895 now. This is a Series 1. You may see it on our website for sale. It's about $149,950. One of the last, if not the last ones to be made. It's got twin 175 horsepower Yamahas on it. But what we're going to do is a slightly different video in the respect that we're going to show you some of the options you can potentially have on the 895s, you know, even if you've got a used one, the sort of thing off services we can offer really. So we'll start in the cockpit area here, because this is an option we don't often show when we're sort of doing walk around videos. We normally just show the seating area, but we've laid it into its sunpad setting. So normally you would have this U-shaped seating arrangement here, but the option you can have, and what it's had fitted, is the conversion to a sunpad. So what you've got is you've got a bit of metal which sticks in between the two bits there. No use for no need for the table at all, because the table is quite heavy, which I think is why they introduced this sort of lighter metal framework. So you've got metal framework goes in, and then you've got a couple of cushions which go on top of it, and then that makes this nice sunpad area. So couple that with the fact that if you want a canopy on the boat, so with this one it's got the sun cap. We've done done some fresh photos on it, so that's why the side panels are not on. But if you have the side panels on as well, you create an additional space, and then you can have this essentially as another sleeping area if you want as well. So you can see it's big enough for kids, you know, if you've got kids, grandkids, etc., to sleep on. And also something we do quite a lot of as well is retrofitting these canopies. So if you've got an 895 without a canopy, I know a lot of the earlier ones didn't have any sort of canopy at all. You can have this sort of arrangement fitted. So you can have, you've got a choice really. You can have specifically the sun cap, if you just wanted this setup here. If you wanted to add the enclosure on, you can add that on separately as well. We've just done it for a customer who's just bought an early edition Series 1. It didn't have any sort of framework on it at all. So we've provided the sun cap and also the surrounding as well. We actually get it, and we are a dealer for a company called NV Equipment. So if you go online and search NV Equipment, you can have a look at all the different options. You can have loads of different colours as well. The most popular one generally is this graphite colour. So that's what we fit to all our Merry Fishers. So that's what generally people go for. But it's not to say you can't change it up. So some people have navy, you know, the world's your oyster. You can have yellow if you want. You know, it depends entirely on what you want. So if we move inside now to the saloon area. Now this is something slightly different. So with this one specifically, Jeanneau only tend to offer one or two sort of arrangements in terms of the upholstery you want. We've had this upholstery custom made. So you've had the seating here with a checkered effect, but this can be completely custom, so you can have it exactly how you want it. It's got a sort of Alcantara finish. There's a top here to the table as well, and then you can see the helm seat has been finished off nicely as well. So it's just if you wanted to sort of stand out from the crowd and be a little bit different really, you have got the option of fitting it with something else. This boat in particular has got fusion system, so you've got fusion radio. Again, if you've got a used one, we can retrofit fusion. But this one just happens to come with it. So you've got generally got a couple of speakers. You've got a couple of speakers inside, and then generally two on the outside. This one's got a Garmin chart plotter on it. You can update the chart plotter if you want. You can have a bigger chart plotter. Again, if you've got an older model with older nav and you want to replace it, we can do that. Also, the carpet we've had installed in here as well. From factory, it comes in sort of one colour. You can change it. We know companies who can, you know, retrofit it and have it whatever colour you want. So I believe this carpet is sort of custom made for us. Over on the starboard side here, let's just go back to the boat slightly in terms of this boat in particular and what offers and what options it's got. So you've got the luxury galley arrangements. So let's get twin burner gas hob. In here, storage space. You have got the option from factory to fit it with a microwave. So some people, it's an option we're seeing quite a lot of now. Some people have want to stick a microwave in there. So it's not something that you get from the factory and just bundle in. It's actually got proper framework with this wooden finish. So it sits in a nice wooden box, if you like. It makes it finish it off and give it a nice sort of detail there. Close that. Moving further forward, obviously you've got your fridge. This seating arrangement, obviously this flips forward. So when you're moving along, you can face the same direction as travel. It's worth noting as well that to sort of maximise the amount of people you want to sleep on board, obviously we went over the cockpit arrangement of sleeping in there. You can also sleep in here as well. So it's just a case of dropping this table down. Then you've got a couple of infill cushions which sit in there, and that gives you another sleeping arrangement. So essentially you've got your 2 cabins, which we'll look at slightly in a little bit in a minute, plus these 2 additional areas if there was more of you, for example. Obviously it's quite hot at the minute as well, so you want to have a good airflow going through the boat. That's why it's good that you've got these windows here. Open this one. There we go. It's not been opened in a while, so it's a bit stiff. So you've got one there to the port side. You've also got these 2 sunroofs here, so these open nicely. Manual sunroofs, which I prefer, to be honest with you. I think when you start adding electronic roofs and things like that, it just adds an additional complication you don't really need. So these are nice and simple. They just shut like that. And obviously you've got the side door over to the starboard side, which is a great feature. You've got a cleat there, which obviously gives you great access to the side of the boat. Asymmetrical deck, of course, on the starboard side, so it gives you easy access up to the bow. This one's got the option of the sun pad cushions, so we'll do a cutaway and put a sort of image of those. So you've got the option of having it with a full sun pad like that, or you can have it with sort of upright backrest essentially. So you've got a couple of options there if you want to do it. Again, something that can be retrofitted. Right, let's have a look down into the accommodation now. So again, these is where you've got your more dedicated cabins. This is why the 895 proved so popular with us, because it gives you a space where you can have permanent cabins. So this one's got a permanent cabin forward. You can see you've got your double bed. You can also pull it out. So in its current position, it's pushed a lot further forward to just give you more room here, essentially, to walk around and put things in your wardrobes, etc. You can pull it out, and there's an infill see, it pulls out like that, and then there's an infill you put in that infill there in the center section to make it that little bit bigger. So it just increases the amount of space on board, really. It's a nice practical touch. So you get your permanent berth there, heads over to the starboard side as well. So this one's got a manual toilet. Obviously, if you wanted to upgrade it to an electric one, it's something we can do. It's not a problem at all. Other option people tend to have on these boats is to have TVs fitted. Again, we can do that. You can have flat screen TVs fitted in each cabin. I sold an 895, which just had one in forward here and then one to the side cabin. So again, want that done, no problem at all. And then if we quickly look in the side cabin, you can see your second permanent berth. So those are just a couple of infill cushions. But you can see just how practical the boat is. You've got 2 dedicated sleeping spaces. Nice hull windows as well, which go all the way around the boat, which keeps your natural light in. And then obviously we've covered the additional sleeping spaces up here as well. So I hope that video was useful to you. Like I said, it's something a little bit different to what we normally do, but it just goes to show the things we can sort of do and accomplish in our workshops and the extras we can fit. If you've got a new Merry Fisher 895 that you want to buy, and if it's not exactly the right spec from factory, we can retrofit things. If you've got a used 895 or 795 or any sort of Merry Fisher in the range, if you wanted to add to it, we can modernise it and do that as well. Please remember to like and subscribe, and see you again for another video soon.